quickest way to live off dividend income. Living off dividends, passive income, or being financially independent of a job would be a dream come true for most people. The notion that you don't have to have a physical job that you report to on a daily basis and to support yourself and your family is inconceivable to most. In American culture, it is ingrained in society to go to school, get a good education, and get a job working for someone else, making them wealthy. However, times are changing, and with the growth of technology and the wealth of information available, it is now more possible than ever to create income that you don't physically have to work for. The biggest obstacle for most people is their mindset, the perceived notion that you need a large income to support yourself. Creating passive or dividend income can provide you with a great life, and you don't have to work another day for someone else in it. Hi, allow me to welcome you to another video of Finance Sense. We cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to our channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep posted. With that being said, let's start. When you ask the ordinary person about their thoughts about retiring on dividends, they'll probably respond that while it would be an amazing thing to accomplish, it's just not feasible for them to do so given their low salary. This is because, as has always been the case, they believe that in order to live off dividends, they will need millions of dollars, making this goal too high. If one were to save 10% of their salary each month and invest it, it would take a person earning $50,000 per year about 45 to 50 years to build up a dividend portfolio that would provide enough income to support themselves. Not many individuals would be willing to wait through that timetable. Additionally, having a steady dividend income when you are so old is not really helpful. Even if you don't make a lot of money, you can still retire early with dividends, giving you the flexibility to do anything you want in life. Quit your demanding work, spend quality time with your loved ones, or travel the world. Now, if your current income isn't too high, you'll need to go through several stages of dividend freedom before set dividends fully cover your living expenditures. To begin with, having your housing expenses covered by dividend income is a reasonable objective to aim for. For instance, suppose you purchase a home for the median price of $350,000. You obtain a $280,000 mortgage at a 3% interest rate for 30 years in order to finance this house. As a result, your yearly mortgage payment would be $14,400. With a dividend investing strategy, you may alleviate financial stress, particularly with regard to mortgage payments. The investment strategy that only some people are aware of, which may actually have you living off dividends decades sooner than you ever dreamed, involves using covered call ETFs. A covered call ETF is an exchange-traded fund that generates additional income for investors by writing options on the securities held by the ETF. These exchange-traded funds are actively managed and provide investors with the same advantages of writing call options on stocks without requiring them to trade or engage directly in the options market. The benefit of using this method of investing is that, in addition to getting dividends, you are also incurring less risk and generating revenue in option contract premiums. But no asset is flawless, and covered call ETFs are no exception. The disadvantage of this kind of ETF is that the potential upward profits will be limited, since the call options must be performed whenever the underlying asset hits a particular strike price, at which point the shareholder would lose ownership of the shares. Diversifying your portfolio is one of the methods recommended by seasoned investors for reducing risks. To illustrate, the QYLD, the Nasdaq 100 Covered Call ETF, is a popular choice among covered call ETFs because it allows investors to distribute their money out over a group of the most well-known firms in the world, like Apple, Tesla, and Google. Diversifying your investments is a wonderful way to increase your investment returns. But your dividend independent strategy has to provide a little bit of return as well. Now, referring to the QYLD, this ETF offers a dividend yield of under 12%, which is much greater than any other dividend-producing ETF. Considering the $14,400 you paid annually on the $350,000 property, On the 12% divided return, you would need to invest just $120,000 to be completely free of your mortgage. Compared to the $205,000 investment required to purchase AT&T, a well-known dividend company, or the $720,000 needed to purchase Vanguard high-dividend yield index fund ETFs, it is clear that covered call ETF can help you achieve your dividend independence goals faster than most other investments. However, this method is far from ideal, just like any other investing strategy. While adopting a covered call ETF strategy can allow you to reap sizable yields, you'll often miss out on growth. For example, the QYLD is now trading substantially below its 5-year average. Now, what makes this significant? It's crucial because if your investments aren't helping to increase your dividend income pool, it will be up to you to gradually expand your portfolio through your contributions. Even if you're on a tight budget, there's always a way to make this method work for you if you have the correct mindset and the appropriate plan of action. Focusing on increasing your contributions through expense management is the first stage in your dividend independence strategy. People who make meager wages and want to measure up to the lifestyle standard of others they follow on social media measure their self-worth by their spending and possessions. In order to realize your goal of living only off dividends, it must be emphasized that unnecessary spending cannot be tolerated. Managing your top 3 costs is where you can start saving money in a more practical way. The most efficient strategy to cut costs is to pay special attention to the items that eat up the majority of your monthly income. Housing, transportation, food, and entertainment costs will probably have the most influence on your personal income statement if you don't live at home. In your desire to live solely off dividends, optimizing these 3 important costs might be very beneficial. First, changing your lifestyle can help you save a lot of money on housing. For instance, the average monthly rent for a 1-bedroom is approximately $1,650, while the cost for a studio is about $1,400. If downsizing is an option for you, that's $250 per month in your pocket. The next aspect is transportation, more particularly having a car. Owning a car may easily cost you over $1,000 per month when you include expenses like gas, maintenance, insurance, and car payments. Taking the bus as you did in high school might save you a ton of money each month since the average cost of public transportation in the United States is $67. Lastly, discretionary expenditure on entertainment and food. There are several strategies to increase your savings. For instance, data indicate that the typical American spends about $250 each month on entertainment. Therefore, depending on how often you go out and how much you want to save, this may be a terrific way to save money. Additionally, the average American spends just under $300 per month eating out or getting takeout, which translates to nearly $500 in savings just by making these 2 simple expense cuts. As a result, regardless of your current income, there are undoubtedly many strategies to save money. Moreover, you should start applying the $50 rule as soon as possible if you're serious about living off dividends and quitting your job. The $50 rule implies that you should strive to boost your overall income by $50 each month. The tricky thing about the $50 rule is that it actually starts to build up rather drastically over time. In just a year, you will have added approximately $4,000 to your income if you consistently make an extra $50 over your monthly salary. The bigger lesson that may be learned from this rule is that you have shown to yourself that you are not destined to live on a low wage forever. Finally, after optimizing your income and savings, you must make your investment path sustainable by establishing expense milestones. What exactly are expense milestones? It takes a long time for most individuals to be able to live entirely off of dividends, so it's a complex process. You must thus establish milestones in order to progress. For example, you may attempt to generate enough dividends in the first year to pay your annual bus pass expenses. After a few years, you might strive to have your profits cover 1/3 of your annual housing expenses. Setting these intermediate goals is one of the best methods to maintain your drive to save and invest while you build up your dividend portfolio, and when combined with the investment strategy, you will soon be able to live off dividends. Hi, it looks like you've reached the end of this video. Thank you for watching this far. Please subscribe and give a like if you enjoyed it, and comment your thoughts in the comment section below. This is Finance Sense, helping you keep up with all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. See you around!